These types of opportunities are really for someone who wants to partake in real estate, but maybe isn't confident in executing it themselves. They understand the value of real estate. They know the opportunities and the wealth that could be generated from the asset class. They could be someone that they don't want to deal with tenants, rentals, rehabs, risk, and things like that. Uh, Usually, also, it's someone who are they're tired of the big swings in the marketplace, right? They want something a little bit more concrete. Accredited investors, also those who are a little bit more sophisticated and understand that they need to put their money to work, and they're looking for a trusted operator with a track record. Those are usually the individuals that really get excited when they hear and see what types of opportunities that me and my team have. I would say most mindsets, but to be more specifically, someone who has a growth mindset, someone who understands that money needs to move. If someone that understands that if you don't put money to work, you're losing it, right? Because it has to grow. Money needs to move. Someone who understands real estate, usually, yeah, that mindset. They understand risk. They know how to evaluate it. Um, Open minded. Someone who is um, not anxious or risk averse. Usually, those individuals, not saying that they can't partake in these types of opportunities, but if you have a hard time trusting or parting with your funds, then you probably shouldn't because it wouldn't be an enjoyable experience for you or the operator. Um, yeah, I would say that's the mindset of usually someone that usually loves these types of opportunities. So most of the time, I may come across investors who are looking for something a little bit more short term. Typically, my terms are a little bit more long term. So your short term lenders, they're usually looking for something quick, maybe transactional lending where they'll lend a couple of grand for a couple of days with the request of a higher return, or they are looking for maybe like a fix and flip opportunity where they're lending you their funds 3 to 6 months up to a year. Or sometimes I come across lenders who are used to getting allegedly 18% returns, 20% returns, returns that are usually in larger deals, maybe like apartment building or multifamilies or deals where they get to partake in the upside, where more of they're getting a piece of the equity. So usually those types of investors don't really gel. I have created some other opportunities where I started to do some fix and flips. So I do have some of those opportunities, but usually if I'm turning someone away, it's either the terms don't really fit what I'm looking for, or they don't have enough capital that I could put to work. I have maybe 3 or 4 lenders who have some capital, but it's not enough for me to make it a win-win-win situation, and or they're not willing to uh, put the money into a longer term type of deal.